come yesterday. Yeah, could check back. All right, quickly, let's proceed. So today we're going to be looking at writing a business plan, right? So, and then, like I said, I want to make it as practical as possible, so we're going to be looking at how to write a grant-winning business plan, all right? Not just even for grants, as it were, for your own business, all right? For your own growth, you need a business plan. Most of the times when people talk about their business need, the first thing they look out for is they start saying, we need money, right? But the first thing that will make people give you their money is your business plan, right? So your business plan is like the CV of your business that will show us if your business is something that will show if your business is something that is meaningful. All right, so practical approach to writing a business plan. So this is the outline. We'll be looking at what is a business plan, right? What is business? What is business plan? The importance and benefit of the business plan. Why should I write a business plan, right? When should I write a business plan? Who requires a business plan? The place of business plan in the cycle, and a lot at this, right? So let us quickly jump into it. What says the time now? This is 8:30. So immediately it is 9 o'clock, right? Somebody should just nudge me so that we'll move to ChatGPT wherever we are on the board. So we can just probably write a basic business plan using ChatGPT. Now, because AI has come to stay and we must learn to harness it to write a professional business plan. I will not lie to you. Just last month, I wrote a business plan for an organization and I charged them 300,000 naira, and I wrote that business plan in less than 45 minutes. Right? Yes, it took me about a day or two to develop the prompts, do the market research and all. But when I begin to write, right, and then the prompts engineering, I finished writing it in less than 45 minutes. Right? And there's nowhere you take it to in the world it stands the test of quality. Right. So now, what is a business plan? Okay, before what is a business plan, let's start. What is a business? A business is the activity of making, buying, selling, or supplying goods or services for money. The activity of making, buying, selling, or supplying goods or services for money. All right. That's the business plan. That's a business according to Oxford Dictionary. Now, what is now a business plan? A business plan is a document which spells out the goals, objective of a business, and clearly outline how, when they will be achieved. And these goals must be smart. A business plan is a structured guideline to achieve a business goal. All right. A business plan is a roadmap to owning and operating a business. A business plan is a proposal that describes a business opportunity to financing agencies or investors. A business plan is also a detailed action program outlining every conceivable aspect of the proposed business ventures. So in other words, a business plan is your map, is your framework to your business success. All right. So if you don't have a business plan, your business does not have direction or bearing. So that is that. So, and Any goal without a plan is just still an idea. So it's a business plan that gives life to your business. Now, importance of a business plan. Let us think about these questions. Can you build a house without a plan? Well, maybe some people does that. But then, how many of you would love to build a house without a plan? And every day you begin to have errors. Before you start building a house, you must have a plan. You must be able to see what it will look like. That is what a business plan does. Can an army go to war without a war strategy, without a battle plan? Now, and those of us that watch football, before they start match, what's the first thing that they show us? Anybody that watch football here? What's the first thing when they are doing line up and everything? What do they do? What do they show us?
Their formation.
Their formation. Thank you. So their formation is the plan. So if it's 4-4-2, if it's 3-4-3, if it's 4-2-1-3-2, whatever, that shows their plan. That tells us this is how this team wants to play. When you see that formation, you'll be able to say, okay, this team wants to play attacking mindedly. When you see the formation, you can say, okay, this player wants to play defensively. You understand that? That is the importance of a plan. That's the importance of a business plan. Your business plan is just like your formation for your match. And I think this goes without saying. That popular mantra that he who fails to plan has planned to fail. All right. So why should I write a business plan? I think I'll just list all of this out. Number one, it aids in obtaining financing. If anybody is going to support you, what they want to see is your plan. If your plan is convincing enough to them and they believe in your plan, they say, okay, fine, let us give him the money. All right. So your business plan, all right, serve as a guide for opening a business roadmap. The other one is that it serves as a reference point, a guide. Now, because you have a business, your business plan says if you do 1 + 1, it's going to be equals to 11. So when you are doing 1 + 1 in your business and it's now equals to 2, you go to check your business plan. Why is this so? What changed? What made it so? All right. So that is what a business plan does. All right. Now, it's also serves us to communicate clearly with interested parties. Anybody that wants to partner with you, anybody that wants to work with you, your business plan is like your resume that introduces your business to them. All right. So your business plan also helps you identify your revenue sources. Now, most people always think about business as how much money will I make? But when you begin to put pen to paper on a business plan, you begin to now see how much money do I spend? Where do I spend money to? Where is my money going to come out from? How am I going to get that money? So your business plan shows you a model to financial freedom. All right. So, New Breed, please, can you mute your video? Thank you. Then it forces you to think through your business process. All right. It challenges you to make critical decisions. All right. Help you review your plan and help you develop a pro forma financial statements. Now, when should a business plan be written? Now, these are critical times that business plan must be written. Number one, the moment you decide that you want to go into business, you must write a business plan. When you are starting that business, before you start that business, you must have a plan. All right. Then, when you need to update certain areas of your business, probably you want to expand, probably you want to venture into a new product, or you want to, taking another partner and whatever. At every update to your business, you need to always write a business plan. All right, you need to always write a business plan. Now, who requires a business plan? Number one, bankers will require a business plan from you. No bank will give you money without a business plan. Investors, all right, nobody is going to put their money into you without a business plan. That goes by talking about grant givers, angel investors, and the likes of them. Business partners. People want to partner with you. People want to be in the same business with you. People want to support you. All right. They will require a business plan from you. Okay. Now, so the place of a business plan in the circle. Now, the business formation circle. Look at this now. The first stage of every business formation is conception or idea. When the idea first pop up in your brain, say, let me start this new school. You start thinking, okay, I'm going to build a school in Kubwa, Abuja. The school is going to be fully boarding. The school is going to be this. Now, then you do project identification. The next thing is feasibility study. Now, you see, this feasibility study is so important that you must not miss it. But unfortunately, I won't be able to dwell so much on it. All right. So, but I'll just tell you the basics so that for your business to be able to run with it. All right. So, because is a major part of business formation. Is feasibility study is your market research, is the research of the problem, solution, and the audience of your products. All right. So that is how essential feasibility study is. So feasibility study is you going practically into the field to see what is obtainable there. All right. What's obtainable there and what is going on there. So it is the data that you gather from feasibility studies that you now use to write your business plan. All right. Then you see that the next stage is now the business plan. So it is after business plan that you can now start sourcing for funding or finances. And this is why if you read my book before you start that business, I always tell you that capital is not the first thing that you need. People say, I need capital. No. In fact, capital is not even the first two or first three things that you need as a businessman. All right, capital is like the fourth thing. So if you want to know those top three, go and check my book before you start that business. All right. Now it's on seller. It's just 3,000 naira. All right, discounted. Okay. Now, then you now go to sourcing for finance, then implementation. All right, project execution and implementation, then evaluation and control. Then you start selling and marketing the products. All right. So, but our business today is this business plan. All right. So we're not going to talk about all of the circles. So who writes a business plan? All right. So anybody who is interested in going into a business, all right, must put down their idea on paper, must write their own business plan. All right. Then a consultant like myself or a specialist can assist in writing certain areas of the business plan, especially maybe the market research or the financials. All right. So that's that. Okay. So this is just basically the 6 steps of in business plan preparation, or I can call it the feasibility study. All right. So these are the 6 steps of feasibility study. Number 1 is assessing the situation. All right. So you assess, where are we? What do we have? All right. What do we need? Then the next is, okay, what is the mission and vision, all right, of this business? Now you find that out. Then you conduct a market survey. That is, you go into the market to see, where are we going to sell this product into? Who are those that will be buying it? Who are those that will take it to the market? Who are those that will bring it from the market? All right. So we're gonna gather those market survey informations. Then after that, you work out sub plans, such as who are the team, all right, who am I going to be working with? Who are those that will be partnering with me? All right. Then you handle the marketing. How are we going to now sell that product? The revenue, how is money going to come in? The finance, how are we going to be managing the money? Then you now go to develop the plan. So when you are done writing the whole plan, then you now come and write the executive summary. All right. Are we together? So I will not be ready as well. If you are together, let me see your thumbs up. All right. So let me know that you are following. Can you unmute yourself and say, I'm alive? If you're alive, unmute yourself.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Good.
I'm alive.
Good. All right. So now let's get to business proper. All right. Components of a business plan. All right. So this is not essentially everything that must be there. All right. Some years ago, I used to just have 5 chapters in my business plan. All right, which is just the company description, the products, the marketing, the management, and the operational plan, and then the financials. All right. But then depending on the organization you are writing to, all right, so they may require that you have up to this. Tony Elumelu also have a template that they may require that you have all of this also. But the most essential part in any business plan is the company, that is the introduction to the business. Then the second one is, what is the product or service that you are offering? Then the third one, the market and the marketing plan. Then the fourth one, the team that is handling the business. Then the fifth one is the finances. Are we together? All right, so let's move. So the executive summary, right? The executive summary is the part that you write last. So it's just a summary of everything that you've written. So that's why you write it last, right? It should be short, usually not more than 2 pages, minimum of 300 words, a maximum of 700 words. All right, so it should be factual, motivating, to encompass everything that you are talking about. All right. In fact, most stakeholders, they just read your executive summary and then they forget about everything else. So if they are convinced, that's all. So what it must contain is that it must contain who the promoter is and the purpose, the location of the business, the vision of the business, the market justification of that business, the competitive edge, that is the unique selling points, then your funding requirements, all right, or your funding mix. Then you should give an highlight of what your financial projections are, like maybe 3 to 5 years. You want to know, okay, how much revenue would come in, how much expenses will go out, all right, and then a pattern and warm conclusion. All right, so the first now, the company. So when you're writing your company description in a business plan, all right, so it must cover the following. Now, it must cover a short introduction, all right, of what the business do. All right. It must also tell us the vision and mission of the business. Okay. And then it must tell us who are the owners of the business, the legal status of the business, the location and the facility that the business will be. All right. Just a bit introduction to the product and services. All right. And then just a touch of probably the production process. Now, though you may decide to leave out, talk on the products and services and production process for details later in the products section. But here, what you're expected to give us here is just a brief highlight. Just a brief highlight of what the product is, and then, or what your services you are rendering and offering. Then your value proposition, that is what makes you unique. All right. And your key success factors. So now, what I also want to explain, people miss out on vision and mission a lot. All right. So vision is the goal of the business, your pursuits, while the mission is the how. That is, how are you going to get there? What are you going to be doing together? Do you understand now? So that's a major difference. Example, a vision can be, we have a vision to be the #1 leading agro business in Oyo State. Your mission is not going to be something like to be the leading agri business in Oyo State through cassava production and supply. Do you understand now? Your mission tells us the model you do it. Your vision tells us the goal, all right, the scope, and then the timeline of that. Of that project. All right. All right. So that's that. Are we together? If you are with me, let me see your thumbs up. Let me see your thumbs up.
Yes, sir. We are together, sir.
All right, good. Thank you. All right. Now, okay, yes. Someone typed yes. All right, so the products. All right, so in this section is where you discuss in detail, all right, everything about your products. Is this service you are rendering? You're going to tell us about that service. So if it's a computer training school, you tell us it's a computer training school. You tell us the courses you offer. If it's a consulting firm, you tell us the consulting services you render. All right. So if any of your products is unique, that need to be patented or trademarked, right? So you tell us also. So that is how you run it. So you tell us those things that you do, all right, and how you do them. So, all right. So somebody should read this line for us so that we'll take it. Hope it's good enough. Oh yeah.
Detailed description of products or services. Are your products named brand products or a mix of name brand products? And generic products. How many different types of products, colors, styles, and models do you carry? If you manufacture your product includes a drawing or a sketch as an exhibit, how is the product used? Is it used in conjunction with other products? I'm not, sir.
You get it now. So you tell us everything about your products. So if you have a picture, this is where you have the picture of your products. If your product has been patented or it has copyrights or trade secrets, this is where you tell us that, oh, we have patented this, we have all of those rights, so that anybody cannot come and steal it from you. All right, so that's that. Then we move again, still under the products. So you tell us what makes your product different. What is the advantage that your products have over all other products? All right. What advantage that your products have over all other products? Sorry. Okay. Now, are you the only distributor? Now, why would anyone use your product over another? So these are the things you give an appraiser, all right, of your products. You give an appraiser of your products. You get that? You give an appraiser of your products. So sorry, right? So this is where you bring a comparative analysis of other products with your own products. All right. So if you don't know if there are any competitions or any other products, right, you state them. Now, one thing I always say is that there's no product that does not have a competition. As long as there's an alternative to that your product. That is to say, instead of people to buy your products, there's something they go for as a substitute to your own products. All right. Something that made your product a non-necessity is you can actually talk about it here. All right. So now, what volume of revenue do you expect from your products? For example, now, I offer consultancy services. I offer training services. All right. And then let's say I also sell ebooks and course training materials. So you're not going to tell us in my organization now, how is my money coming in? Number one, from consultancy services, 30%. From our trainings, 50%. From sales of materials, the remaining 20%. Do you understand that? So you'll be able to know if your goal is 10 million naira, you know that from consultancy, 30% is going to come in. That's 3 million. From training, 50% is coming in. That's 5 million. From sales of materials, 20% is coming in. That's 2 million. So you break it down. All right, you tell us about your product sales. So now the next one is the market. So the next one is the market. All right. So this section should present facts. All right. That's okay. Somebody should read it for me so that I can take a breath. Who is reading?
This section should present the facts to convince the investor or bankers. that your product or service has a market in a growing industry and can win sales from the competition. This is one of the most difficult section to prepare. This section represents the most risk to a business plan. Early sales, all estimates of future sales comes from the market analysis. Contrary to popular belief, a business does not sell to everyone. Therefore, it's important to accurately identify your customer base.
I want to get it now. Just as it rightly said, this is the most difficult part. This is the part that tells whether your business will be successful or not. If you don't have people that will buy from you, then you don't have any business actually doing a business. All right. And then, one of the mistakes we make is that, don't worry, I'm selling Gary now. Everybody drinks Gary. Well, I'm a tailor. People wear clothes now, so people will come to me. It doesn't work that way. There must be a particular set of people that you are selling to. There must be a particular why that those people are coming to buy from you. Right? So this is the market place where you do the market survey. How many of these people are available? Right? And that's what we're going to be looking at now. Right? So what your market survey must contain. Number one thing is the market size. All right. Describe the demographic. All right. The total geographical area of the place you want to serve. You're gonna say, I want you want to serve. All right. You're gonna say, I want to serve you in Nigeria. No, you must start from somewhere. So total number of youths in Nigeria. Okay, it's 9 a.m. Thank you. Let me just watch this a bit before we go. Okay, so what I will just do is that. Let me watch this a bit. So 9:15. Okay, so you describe where is this customer base? Where are these people that you want to serve? Now, what does the total market look like in terms of demography? Your customer, are they male or female? All right. Now, what is their source of income? Now, listen to me. When you are doing a customer profiling or customer avatar, I think I talk about this very well in my book Before You Start That Business. You are not selling to everybody. I want to get an eye back. Okay, I think I am. Right, so you treat it as though you are talking to just one person. You're not talking to, right? What's the age range? Is my customer, is he a student? What's the salary? All right. Is the salary 20 to 50,000 per month or 50 to 100,000 per month? Is my 30 or is it and above? Then you must be able to know the demography of your customer. Then, when you want to sell to a Gen Z, you cannot sell to millennials because the language they understand differs. So you must understand. Then you must know what's the total size of that customer, right? This is that is this. Your potential customer, what's their total number? All right. The industry. Then you now check what's the volume of current sales in the industry? What's the market? All right. These are things you can just go on and do some research and ask. All right. Total sales, both import and export, of Gary in Nigeria is currently about 1.3 trillion naira. That, all right. So you must understand what are the recent trends. What is happening in the Gary production markets? All right. Is prices increasing or decreasing? Is there a seasonal flow? Is it something that's okay, you must buy low at this time and sell high at this time? Or is the market stable? So you must understand that industry. What are the busy months? All right. So those are crucial things you must understand. Now, customer analysis. So I think I have talked a bit about this now. The customer. Where is that customer? All right. Now, which city are your customer? All right. How many people fit in the profile of your customer? So that is how many potential customer do you have? All right. Now, then you now say, why does your customer always choose you? This is your unique selling point. Why would they come to you and not go to somewhere else? Why would they come to you and not go to your competitor? You must have that thing that you know specific customer. And that is what you are going to state here. All right. So, for example, let's say tailoring business. All right. And then I sew clothes. And my target customer are top business people and, creative minds. So when I text them, that when I nylon and present it to them as though it is a ready-made clothes. So that is my unique selling point. So my customer will always come to me because of the extra packaging that I have added to my clothes. For some other tailor, they may just collect their clothes and have to go and clean it. But for me, they know that no, as long as this clothes is fitting, they can collect clothes from me and wear it in 30 minutes time to wherever they are going, and it will be perfect because there's an extra layer of value to it. So what is that unique thing, all right, that will make your customers always come to you? Now, then the potential market. All right, so this is where you talk about. Okay, somebody should read this for us so that we'll be together. The potential market. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't really see it very well. Yeah.
Okay, it's not bold enough. Let me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, better, sir. Potential market.
All right.
So how you calculated your total potential market. Include things like how often they will purchase, which products or services they will purchase, and average amount of each purchase. Be sure to take into account the seasonality of sales. The products are sold only at one time of the year.
It's Christmas. And others are sold year round, e.g. gasoline.
All right, good. Do you understand now? Saying is that you should be able to know All right. How much volume can your audience buy? All right. Apply, the demand of your product. If it's a product that is not in circulation, it's not something that could be sustained over a period of time, you know that you're in trouble. Now, if you say, okay, you are into poultry, and then you want to be producing broiler beds for people in Ibadan to be buying every day, and then they'll be selling, you'll be frustrated because we know that chicken sells mostly during December and Easter period. So if you do not have a different market for your chicken, you know that you're in trouble. Because people cannot just be coming in to buy sorry. So people cannot just come in to buy every day, right? There must be something that is propelling them, that is bringing them. So that shows that because the market is not consistent, you must change your target audience. All right. So that's the essentiality of that. So the next thing is the SWOT analysis. So that is to say, you do is what is your strength, what is your weakness, what are the opportunity, and what are the threats to your business. So you must be able to analyze those and get to know. So, right, so a standard business plan, all right, must be able to handle the SWOT analysis effectively. All right, so your advertising plan, you tell us, how do you plan to sell your products? Who are you going to be selling your products to? All right, who are those that will be buying your products? So how much are you going to be spending? All right, are you going to advertise through radio? Are you going to advertise through flyer? Are you going to advertise through jingles, social media, Facebooks? What model are you going to use to bring in people? Are you going to go house to house or school to school? Or you're going to do billboards? What is your advertising plan? How much will it cost you? So this is where you'll be able to analyze, okay, how much will it cost you to get one client? So for somebody to buy one product from you, how much will it cost you to get that one person? All right. So then your promotional plan, I think this is similar. Let me not just go in details because it might complicate our understanding. Now, so the management. Here you talk about the team. All right, the team. Okay, so somebody else should read this section for us. Monye, can you read this section for us?
Okay, sir. This is not good enough.
Don't worry, I'll work on it now.
Is it the management?
Yes, the management.
Okay. This section should identify owner with 20% or more ownership. Would could influence the business. This section should illustrate that the right people are in charge and doing the right things. The management should have experience in the industry or at the very last similar experience is a similar industry. If you do not possess the right skills, then you may need to hire an employee or a consultant with those skills.
All right, thank you. Now, basically, this management section is where you tell us who are those that are in charge of your business. All right, what is the business structure, the business organogram? Taloga, who is the person with the total significant control. Right? Who are the other people that also have controls? If your company runs on shares, this is where you tell us the number of shares that each of these people have. So why is essential is that we want to know the brains behind this business. If anybody is going to give you money, they need to know the people that are in charge. They need to know that are they competent? All right. Do they have the right skill set? Do they have the right knowledge to be able to run the business? All right. So it should contain ownership and owner's compensation. Who owns the business? What percentage? And how much are you paying that person? And what are the responsibilities of that owner? What level of control does that person have? So you must detail it there. If you have staffs, right, you do the same. Now, if you have other partners or investors that are partnering with your business, you write it. What are the roles of these partners? What are the stake of this partner in your business? Is it that they are equity owners, or they are just angel investors, or they are venture capitalists? All right. So this is where you talk about the people. All right. So you also talk about your employees. All right. So you talk about your employees, your staff team. All right. Those that are working for you. You talk about their qualification. You talk about their expertise. Then you talk about how much they are paying. Well, I mean, they are being paid, rather. So you tell us how much they are being paid on a monthly basis. So if you have professional advisors like accountants, Anthony, or consultants, you add them also. But it's not a must. If you don't have them, it's fine. Then the operational plan. So this operational plan, depending on what you are applying for, some don't actually include this. I think I started including operational plan about 2 years ago. About 5 years, most of my grants I didn't include operational plan. I just put it subtly under product description. But then what operational plan entail is you tell us, how do you run your business? All right. Are there regulatory issues? Are there bodies that you are expected to submit to? What are the process of your production? All right. So you include them. So this session covered the compliances. All right. So the compliance issues. So, but it's not all business that have this compliance issue most of the times. But as you begin to go, you begin to have some compliance laws that you must adhere strictly to. So example is probably your incorporation. So is your company registered? Does your product need you to have export license, NAFDAC, SON, and whatever license that is going to make you legit? All right, that is essential for your operation. This is the section where you list all of them. Those that you have and those that you do not have, that you are planning to get, you list all of them here. Then the next section is the facility. All right. So this one too is not a compulsion, but then what you just do under facility is that you tell us where your business location. Is he a factory? I don't that build it. All right. Sorry, the network took me off. I guess I'm back now. So where did I stop? So I was talking about the facility, right? So you tell us, all right, what are the facilities that you use, your utilities? You use generator or you use NEPA, all right? What are the costs? What does it cost you to power your facility per month? All right, or per year? Hours of operation, all right? So how long do you stay? What are your opening hours or your closing hours? So your lease or purchases, is the building yours or you rent it? You know, and all of that. So okay, so I think that is that. Then the financials. So these financials is detailed. I had promised us yesterday that next month, because of our witness conference, so we will not be meeting physically for the growth at the Adejesubisi session. So we're still going to use that last Friday of the month for financial plan. So I have about 2 or 3 templates for financial plan that I'm going to share with us. I'm going to use it to teach us the financial plan in detail. That so you're able to write a world standard financial plan. All right. So before we move to AI, does anybody have any question quickly? Does anybody have a question? So back on what we have looked at together. Oh yeah, Papa, before we go. Our time is. Okay. If there are no questions, let's jump at it. I'm going to just write 2 prompts. All right. Just 2 prompts for AI to write for us. Let us see what's going to come up with. All right. So you copy this or whatever prompts that you want AI to have. So you come, you ask. Now, the way I talk with AI, right, with ChatGPT actually is like I'm talking to my PA. So I want to give it a task to do. And I explain that task to it in detail. If it requires any information to be able to do that task, I provide that information. So that is how I prompt it. All right. So for example, now we want to write, I need a, okay, usually I start with, we'll be writing a business plan together for the Tony Elumelu Foundation grants. All right, so I'll send basic details and prompts for you to use in writing each section. Then I send. All right, so what's this? CPK. Okay, let me take it again. Okay, so the writing business plan together, the Tony Elumelu Foundation grants. I'll be sending basic info. Okay, I'll be sending prompts. You will use. And basic info to guide you in answering the prompts. So now I'm just prepping it, right? It's going to reply to me that, okay, you understand what I'm saying. Now look at this now. Great. I'm ready whenever you are. Send over your first prompt, blah, 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 blah. All right. So let's go now. Right. What business should we write on now? I think I have one. So I'm trying to see. There's one I can just use to do it as I Okay, let's just click this. So there are two ways you can do this, right? You can either send a whole detailed information about the business, and then you now start sending in your prompts one by one, or as you are sending a prompt, so you write it something like this, the prompts. Okay, so the business description. One, Business description. Let's make it a capital letter. Business description. All right. So this is the prompt now. So we now want it to give us the business description. So we're now going to talk about that business. So you try to answer this question, all right, in a way, just in your own rough way. So AI will just, okay, you just like basic info. So I'm not even using anyone again. Okay, so let's call it creative plus. All right. Is a graphic design training institute in Ibadan, Oyo State, with the passion to train 1,000 students monthly, both virtually and physically, on data analysis, cybersecurity, and software engineering. So you can go to, I'd say, Creative Plus is the brainchild of Mara Desa Peter. Okay, so this is not detailed enough, but then you could provide more details as you have. So let's send it now and see what it should bring for us. Do you see now? Everything we wanted in our chapter 1, it will develop it and bring it out in full details. Now, where you have work to do is the information you provide ChatGPT. So don't be lazy in ensuring that you provide adequate information. All right, adequate information to ChatGPT to be able to help you now. Look at this now. So business description. Blah 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 blah. Funded this. Now, you know, there are some things that are missing there now. We didn't put the year it was funded, so it didn't add the information, but it's just develop the information that we provided it, and it's grow it into this. You see now? So all the information it does not have, it assumes it and make all of this available. So let us copy this now. Bam. Let's open a Google Doc. So as little as that is now, chapter 1 at a quarter in less than 2 or 3 minutes. Right? So you open a sheet, a Google sheet, or a Word document. Blank and paste there. You paste it there. Chapter 1 to draw by. Are we together? Now, don't forget that the information you provide ChatGPT will determine the information it will give back to you. Right? So ensure that you have adequate information about your business before you start sending in prompts, right? So another word now, the products. Chapter 2. So I'm sending this with the assumption that it already know the product. I already told him that it's a tech school, right? So it writes this chapter 2 in detail based on the information, what I told it to provide according to the prompt. So everything in that prompt, Luma, fee answer. So it used as a guide to give detailed information about the products. So look at it, it's not done. Right, so see now the products. So here now I could have easily added to it that graphic design training we charge 50,000 naira. So and so we charge 100,000. So and so it covers. So when I provide it with this information, it works with that information provided, and it runs with it. Right. So all other information it does not have, it assumes it. Do you see now? Do you see how details this is? See now the cost pricing. These are based on his own assumption. So you can use this now. If you have different pricing strategy, you can just edit it appropriately. All right. And that's that. Chapter 2 is done. You see that the time we are using with AI to write each chapter is not even up to the time that we are used to explain what each chapter should do. Is this making sense? I'm trying to teach you to be lazy. Okay, so I think that is that. Let me stop here for tonight, and we'll take it up from next month. So, any question? Okay. I think that there are no questions. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so my Oga at Saturday, do you have any counsel for us before we close it up? You should not have Baba in the house and not
Sir, there's no counseling. But then, thank you very much for putting this together. I greatly appreciate. And I don't know if we can have access to the recording, but then because this is really a very big one, and there are quite a lot of grants flying out here and there every day that we can fully maximize. I think I, for one, I am beginning to look in that direction. I could not attend yesterday's class because of so many unplanned stuff. But then I don't know if we can